So about a month ago, I was at the park playing my guitar, and I was playing the only song that I knew how to play, which is Best Part by Daniel Caesar. And this guy came up to me and started freestyling while I was playing guitar. And I was like, oh shit, this is kind of lit. And, I wish I had the footage because it was really, really dope. And that's like the first time anything like that has ever happened to me. But, after he finished freestyling, me and him started talking, and, he told me about how he does music, and he gave me his YouTube, and I forgot what it was, but he gave me his YouTube, and I gave him my YouTube. And of course, on my channel, what you see is a lot of like no-fap stuff, law of attraction stuff, and, I saw he kind of had this like strange look on his face upon seeing this. Now, he didn't know what no-fap was. So I told him, no-fap is when you don't beat your meat. Like, I was just very upfront with him, and, I didn't hold anything back. I basically just elaborated on the content that I make, because I feel like it's nothing to be ashamed of. And when I started telling him more about no-fap and basically elaborating on my videos, he got this really, really weird look on his face. And, he kind of like was trying not to laugh, I guess. That's like the best way to put it. And, this whole time I'm still chilling. I'm just playing guitar. And, he's kind of like clearly trying to figure out a way that he can exit this situation without just being completely rude to me. What he ended up doing was he was on his phone and he acted like somebody called him. And maybe somebody did, but the phone didn't ring. I didn't hear anybody talking on the other end. Like, he just got the phone and he said like, all right, I gotta go, And, him and the girl left. And, that was that. And, right after that, like, initially, I felt some type of way about that. I felt like he kind of judged my content, and made these assumptions about me based on my content, and probably assumed that I'm a weirdo, which, I mean, I am, but still, like, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way at first. But then, as the day went on, I realized, like, man, I've come a very long way. I've come a very long way in being able to express myself and, not being ashamed of what I do. I remember there was a point when, I first started doing YouTube that when people asked me about it, I would give them like very, very vague answers like, I make videos sometimes, this and that. Like, now when people ask me, like, I'm a YouTuber. And, that was like, I had like 1,000 subscribers when that whole thing happened. I really feel like I've come a long way in terms of being able to express myself and my ideals, as well as my content, just sharing my content with people. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm willing to share all parts of myself with anybody who wants to know more about me. And, that's the basis of my YouTube channel, is transparency and self-awareness and just being my true authentic self. But like I said, I've come a very, very long way. Growing up, I was probably one of the most insecure people, if not the most insecure person out there. I was this really quiet kid, probably the most quiet kid in most of my classes. I didn't like to interact with people. I was a late bloomer. I hit puberty really late, so I was short. My voice didn't drop until like 11th grade. And, I had eczema, like my hair looked weird. I just had all of these things that I was insecure about. And, the thing is, once I left high school and stopped having to interact with people on a day-to-day basis, a lot of these insecurities began fading away. And over time, I realized that my insecurities had faded away because I realized that people were no longer there to judge me. Like, I didn't care about what people thought of me anymore because there was nobody to have any sort of opinion on me. I was spending a lot of time by myself or with my friends or family, and, these are the only people who really knew the real me, so I basically learned to stop caring about what others think. And even as I begin to like reintegrate myself into, high population situations, like getting a job, going back to school, doing these things, even though my confidence wasn't where it is now, it was still a lot better than it was in high school, simply because I learned to operate without thinking about what others think of me. And, obviously it's all culminated in me being able to be completely transparent with y'all and, make videos about certain things that a lot of people probably would never talk about if, they were in that situation. Like, for example, I'm a 20-year-old virgin. Okay, that's something that I have no trouble talking about. A lot of people, if they were in my situation, would never talk about that. They'd probably even lie and say that they weren't. And they're not doing themselves any favors by doing that. They're not finding true, authentic confidence within themselves and learning to stop caring about what others think of them. So, that's why I'm making this video. I really want to help you guys get to this point where you just don't care anymore, because it's a great place to be. I can live my life freely. I can speak my truth. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if anybody disagrees. I'm open-minded, but at the same time, I'm secure in my beliefs. I know what I stand for. I know, the foundation of my beliefs and the empowerment that these beliefs bring me. And I feel like everyone deserves to live a life with this degree of freedom. So with that being said, the first thing that you can do to stop caring about what others think of you is to embrace your insecurities. Okay, all of the things that you're insecure about, if you learn to own those things, that will bring you such a high level of empowerment. Like, it's crazy, because you got to think about it. The only reason why you're insecure about anything is because you're worried about what others will think about that thing. If you lived on this earth alone, you wouldn't have any insecurities at all. Why would you? Why would you have insecurities? Your insecurities are based on how you think other people will perceive you. So, you're looking for this validation from other people. All you need to do is give the validation to yourself. Just learning to own your insecurities. That is such a powerful tool. And honestly, it might be the most powerful tool that you can use to become more confident. Because when you don't have insecurities, nobody can get to you anymore, because your perception of yourself is completely 100% secure. The next thing that you can do is stop comparing yourself to other people. Okay, this is something that I was definitely guilty of growing up. Just looking at the people who were getting the girls or getting the money or just getting anything that I wanted. And I thought, man, if only I could be like them. And I would try my best to be like those people. And, it didn't really bring me the same results that it brought them. And the reason why is because I can't be a better version of them than they are of themselves. You can't be a better version of somebody else than they are of themselves. And I think that this is something that I've seen with YouTubers in particular, is that people try to mimic what other people are doing on YouTube because it brought them success. And it may bring you some degree of success, but at the end of the day, you'll never be a better version of somebody else than they are of themselves. So, forge your own path. Stay in your lane, create your own lane. And other people will probably start to follow you. For me personally, I don't want people to try to be like me. I want to encourage people to be the best version of themselves that they can be. I want you guys to step into your own skin and be unique. I want you to embrace all of who you are, regardless of what others think of you. Because one thing you have to remember is that no matter what you do in life, people are going to have opinions of you, okay? Positive and negative. Whether you're being yourself or not, people are going to have things to say about you. So you might as well just be yourself. You are one of a kind. Nobody can be a better version of you than you can be of yourself. So capitalize on that, make money off of that. Like, there is a lot of value to be found in just being yourself. The next thing that you can do is get outside of your comfort zone. So, for example, me, I don't like to film videos in front of people. I don't like filming in public, especially, when I'm by myself. It's one thing to do it with friends, but, when I'm just out vlogging by myself, I feel really uncomfortable. And as I'm making this video, I'm at a park, and there are people here. And I feel very uncomfortable, which is good, because with discomfort comes growth. Okay, that's how you grow. That's how you become a better person. That's how you stop caring about what others think. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the most confident person ever, but the fact that I can even sit here and make this video right now shows that I've made progress, because there was definitely a point when I did not want to even be on camera, much less do it in front of people. So, do things that get you out of your comfort zone on a daily basis. It doesn't matter what it is, but just do something that makes you put yourself out there to be judged by people. Right now, I'm in a prime position for people to look at me and, wonder why I'm talking to this camera. I don't live in LA. Like, this isn't something that people do where I'm from. But who knows? Maybe somebody might see what I'm doing right now and it might inspire them. It might inspire them to start a YouTube channel or to step outside of their comfort zone. If I can do it, you can do it. Believe me. I really think YouTube was like the big thing for me as far as getting outside of my comfort zone. Because like I said, I was always like the quiet kid in class. So, I worried about what others would think of me from making videos. Like when they saw that I was making videos, I was worried that people were going to judge me and they weren't going to think I was interesting. But what I did was I decided to put myself out there. So when I made my first video, I immediately promoted myself on Instagram to all 100 of my followers. I promoted myself, I put myself out there so that, if somebody was going to judge me for making videos, I would see it up front. And so I wouldn't constantly anticipate it. And once I did that, nobody even said anything. Nobody judged me or, nobody tried to put me down for what I was doing. If anything, a lot of people were very encouraging to me, and it boosted my confidence even more. Not only because, I was putting myself on the front line of being judged, but just the fact that people actually were encouraging me. So just put yourself out there. Put yourself out there to be judged. Post a picture that you're scared to post. Wear an outfit that you're scared to wear. Stop asking for people's opinions before you do things. Say, for example, you want to get a haircut. Go get a haircut, okay? Don't worry about what others are going to think of you. Don't ask, hey, should I get my haircut? Do it. If you want to get a tattoo, don't ask other people if they think you should do it. Just do what you want to do. Don't worry about what others will think of you. Because in the grand scheme of things, people's opinions really don't matter. And not only that, but people really don't care about you the way that you think they do. Okay, that's one thing that it took me a long time to realize, is that, yeah, people might judge you, but usually by the end of the day, they'll have forgotten all about you. They're not worried about what you're doing. They're worried about themselves and their insecurities, because everyone has their own set of insecurities, whether they admit it or not. So, nobody's thinking about the outfit that you wore or the stain on your shirt or, your haircut. They're not thinking about those things by the time they go to sleep or by the time they wake up the next morning. And if they do, they're weird. Like, that's weird. Anyone who's constantly judging others, those are the people that are the most insecure. Okay, the most judgmental people are the most insecure people. And this is something that YouTube also helped me realize. Seeing hate comments, it's like I can see through it now. I see through the hate and I see the hurt. Okay, people try to project their insecurities onto other people. And, it sucks. It sucks. They're trying to bring other people down with them. But if you don't let them do that, not only is that empowering to you, but it's empowering to them too. Because you're showing them that you're not going to let their hate bring your vibe down. You're going to show them that it's okay to not care about what others think. And, you're going to give them that sense of empowerment. And that's a big part of the reason why I make the types of videos that I do. It's because I want to show people that they don't have to care about what others are going to think about what they're doing. They don't have to seek others' approval or validation to do the things that they want to do in life. Because like I said, people really don't care about you. And I don't mean that in like a cynical way. I mean that to say that everyone has their own set of insecurities, so they're focused on themselves. That guy that I was talking to at the park, at this park actually that I'm at right now, he probably doesn't even remember me. He doesn't remember me. He's not thinking about me and the things I told him about NoFap and all of that. He's not worried about that. And if he is, like I said, that's weird. It's been like a month. So, just stop focusing on what others will think. And, if you have people in your life that are constantly trying to tear you down, like just toxic, judgmental people, cut them off. I don't care if it's your parents, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your best friend, cut them off, okay? They're not doing you any favors. Just let them go out of your life, and you'll feel so much happier. Like, yeah, you shouldn't care about what others will think of you, but at the same time, don't go surrounding yourself with people who are just going to be judging you. Just leave the toxic people behind. And in some situations, like for me, for example, I can't really avoid it because, I'm putting myself out there with each and every video. And, some of my videos do get a lot of hate. Like, for example, the one where I was talking about men going their own way and the red pill. People hated on me for that. Somebody made a whole response video to, roast me or whatever. And at first it bothered me. It bothered me. It shook me up a little bit because I had never experienced that much hate before. But that experience made me a lot stronger. I realized that those people's opinions do not matter. If they're still thinking about me right now, then that means that they have their own set of problems. And, that's more indicative of where they are than where I'm at, because I've moved on from the situation. Just try to surround yourself with people in real life that match your vibe, that uplift you. Make sure that the people in your life encourage you to follow your dreams and to be yourself, and don't try to tear you down, even in subtle ways, because it's not always like in a direct, confrontational way. It can be in the form of like backhanded compliments. Get rid of those people and surround yourself with people that bring positivity and reinforce a foundation of positivity in your life that you can build on.